Alright, so I just uploaded a new version of Sliding Gallery. It's the second version available. It actually includes the first version. You can download it here if you're interested in playing an early version of the game, or you can just wait until it's done. So I'm going to be running the editor to show you what's going on here. I added a bunch of lighting effects from a Unity tutorial. I forgot to actually credit that video in the text document. I'll do that later. But it's one of the live learning things. And they talked about lighting techniques. And so, for instance, it's all applied to the first person camera. So I added fog by height, vignette and chromatic aberration or something like that. Bloom, global fog, screen space. You can see the difference. If you press 1, it'll take you to the older version in the build. And you see how it looks kind of cartoony? Not just because of the vertex colors, but the actual surface looks a little bit cartoony. So I was going for like more of a sun-drenched concrete look. I might adjust it more. I've never done lighting before, so I'm still playing with it. Got my first art piece in here. This is actually the art piece that I wanted to make in the first place. This is the art piece that inspired the gallery. So it's inspired by a game I made for a click and play event called Constriction. It's like I really ended up liking the build more than I thought I would. So, and I wanted to kind of experiment with you know, making it again, kinda, but in a gallery setting. So that's done. So now we can add more art. Simon started sending me some textures. Here's a gold one with wood. It's very painterly. Then this is a ribbon texture that's applied to a column. This is what it looks like when it's opaque and kind of applied densely. This is when it's applied transparently, or maybe it's a cutout. I think it might be cutout. They're very similar. I added numbers to this for reference because the vertex colors wouldn't change with the lighting, and I needed to be able to visualize how the lighting would change. Simon made this pedestal model, and obviously the texture. So I put in a bunch of them to give Simon an idea of what they'll look like in the game. I distorted these to kind of show the possibilities of what I can do with Unity's tools once I get a 3D model. I made smaller versions up there. What else? I added some buoyancy. This is novel at the moment. It actually applies to the first person character too, so that they can't really see the bottom gallery, in a normal state until the water level lowers. If you do fall in, you can get out. If you're deep enough and you press jump, you'll get a lot of velocity. So you can jump out this way, or get stuck under it forever. Okay, but let's see. Get out of here. I can do it. Alright, so I placed a bunch of Simon's 3D model around. I tried to put his texture all over the place in different permutations. I'm going to show how I can do those adjustments. So let's suppose I have the model Simon sent me. Okay, and then I can take a texture and apply it to it to create a oh, interesting that it's doing that. Okay, so and create a text. It creates a material, and I believe it creates it in this folder. So then, once I have it there, I can do things like I can adjust the color. Ooh, so pretty. And then I can also adjust the tiling, so I can stretch it out. I can also kind of move it a little bit to adjust it like it's wrapping paper. The thing I cannot do is I cannot adjust one surface or apply it, like, let me show you an example. So, see how I got this wood up here? Like, I'm assuming that it's supposed to be lined up there so that the wood would be on top. Wait, am I not on? So the wood would be on top like that. That's my assumption, right? So then, you see how it's also down here? In order for me to adjust this, this also adjusts. So I don't have the option of just doing one or the other. See how they both change? So I'm not sure how to avoid that in Blender. I think it's something called UV wrapping. I know very little about it. But if there's any amount of intention for where the textures are supposed to be placed on the 3D objects, then look into UV wrapping. So, let's see, what else do I need to say? Oh, let's see what this looks like when I use the transparent texture. Because I think the transparency with the alpha when the PNG has an alpha to it, I can basically make these types of things happen, which I find entertaining, especially when they cast shadow. It's really pretty when they cast shadow. So, I think that's everything I need to say. See you on the next build.